Welcome everyone. Today's video is not just about learning English. It's about changing the way your brain works. Because the biggest reason most people can't speak fluent English is not because they don't know enough words, but because their brain has not been trained to think in English. They understand English. They've studied it for years. But when it's time to speak, they pause, they freeze, they try to translate in their head, and then they forget everything. If this happens to you, I want to tell you something. It's not your fault. Your school taught you how to memorize English, but no one taught you how to build an English brain. In this video, I will show you how to reprogram your brain step by step, so you can finally think in English, speak in English, and feel free in English. And yes, this video will also improve your listening, speaking, and vocabulary. So please listen carefully. Repeat the lines you love. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel before we begin, because this journey will change your English and your life. Step 1. Stop translating. Start associating. Let me start with the biggest mistake most people make when learning English. They try to translate everything in their head before speaking. Imagine this. You want to say something simple like, "I'm going to the store." But instead of saying it directly, your brain first thinks in your native language, then tries to find the English words. And by the time you start speaking, you're nervous, slow, and unsure. That's the real reason many people understand English, but can't speak fluently. You're not thinking in English, you're translating. And translation always creates delay, confusion, and fear. You need to stop translating and start associating. It means your brain should connect English words directly with meaning, not with words in another language. Think of the word apple. You don't need to translate it. Just imagine the red, round, sweet fruit in your mind. That's association. You connected the English word directly with the image and meaning of the object. Your brain didn't use any translation. It understood English naturally. This is exactly how children learn their first language. They don't use a dictionary. They don't translate. They hear a word, they see the object, and their brain connects it directly. That's exactly what you must start doing with English, because this is how fluency is built. Not through memorizing rules, not through writing definitions, but through real-life connections between your senses and the English language. If every word you hear in English is linked to a word in another language, then English will always feel like a second system, not a natural part of you. But if you start thinking in images, feelings, and real things, then your brain will begin to accept English as your own language. Exercise. Start associating right now. Look around you. Pick 5 real objects near you. Now say their names in English, without thinking in your native language. For example, table, phone, window, light, chair. Now touch them while saying the word. Feel the object. See the object. Say the word out loud. You're now building direct sensory connections between real life and English. And this is 100 times more powerful than translation. This method also works with emotions. For example, when you feel tired, don't translate. Just feel the tiredness and say, "I'm tired." If you're happy, say, "I feel happy." If you're stressed, say, "I'm stressed right now." Let the emotion trigger the English sentence directly. That's how you train your brain to think and feel in English, not just understand it. If you want to speak English fluently, you must stop building bridges between your native language and English. That bridge is slow. That bridge breaks under pressure. And you'll always feel stuck. Instead, build a new road in your brain, a direct connection between English and your world. Step 2. Surround yourself with English sounds. Your brain becomes what it hears the most. If your brain hears English for just 30 minutes a day, but hears your native language for 15 hours, then of course English will always feel like a foreign language. Not because you're not smart, not because English is hard, but because your brain is not surrounded by it. When you were a baby, you didn't read, you didn't write, you didn't study grammar, but your brain still learned to speak, just by hearing sounds around you every day. That's how your first language became natural. You didn't study it, you absorbed it, like a sponge. Now, to learn English in a natural way, you must do the same. You must feed your brain English every single day like air, not for 10 minutes, not only during lessons, but all day, as much as possible. This is called immersion. Immersion means surrounding yourself with English as if you were living in an English-speaking country. But the good news? You don't need to move to London or New York. You can create a mini English world right now, in your bedroom, in your kitchen, even while walking. Let's break it down into 6 super practical and powerful methods. These are not theory. These are proven real-world systems used by top learners. 1. English as background sound. Your goal is simple. Keep English playing in the background as much as possible. Even when you're not actively studying, let your brain hear English passively, like background music. Play an English podcast while doing laundry. Play YouTube videos while cooking. Listen to English audio while traveling, walking, or exercising. You don't need to understand every word. Your brain is absorbing the rhythm, the tone, the melody of English. This creates deep subconscious learning. 2. Make your ears comfortable with English. Most learners don't speak fluently because their brain is not comfortable with how English sounds. The pronunciation feels strange. The rhythm feels fast. The accent feels unfamiliar. Solution: flood your brain with English sounds until it starts to feel normal. Just like how your body adjusts to cold water after a few minutes, your brain will adjust to English if it hears it again and again. Soon, you'll notice. You start understanding without translating. You start predicting sentences. You start thinking in English sounds. 3. Choose the right English input for your level. If you're a beginner, don't listen to fast movies or complicated interviews. Start with slow English podcasts, easy storybooks with audio, beginner-friendly YouTube channels, like this one, that speak clearly and slowly. As you grow, increase the difficulty, just a little. This is called comprehensible input. It means content that is just a little above your level. Not too easy, not too hard. That's the sweet spot for brain growth. 4. Use English during dead time. Dead time equals those moments when your brain is free but your hands are busy. Example: while brushing your teeth, while commuting to school or work, while cleaning your room, while waiting for food to cook. These moments are perfect for passive listening. Instead of music or silence, play an English video, a short audiobook, or an English speech. Even 15 minutes a day of dead time input equals 90 hours a year of brain training. That's huge. 5. Use repetition to build brain circuits. Don't listen to something just once. Repeat it. When you hear the same sentence again and again, your brain creates strong pathways, like building a road. Choose a short 1-minute English video. Listen to it 5 times today. Then again tomorrow. Try to repeat the sentences out loud. Soon, those words will come out of your mouth without effort. That's fluency. 6. Mix emotions with English sounds. The more emotional the sound, the faster your brain remembers it. That's why you remember songs, not textbook definitions. That's why you remember funny videos, not grammar rules. Choose content that makes you laugh, cry, feel curious, feel inspired. When emotion and sound come together, your brain learns 10 times faster. To think in English, you must hear English all the time. Not just during study time, but during your normal life. Make English your background sound. Listen during dead time. Use simple content first. Repeat it often. Let your brain absorb it without pressure. And always choose content that makes you feel something. The more English you hear, the more your brain will treat English as its natural language. The more familiar English becomes, the easier it is to think in it. This is how you train your mind. Not just to learn English, but to live inside English. Step 3. Shadow like a parrot, not a student. If your brain is trained but your mouth is not, you will always feel blocked when speaking English. Think about it. You know the word. You understand the sentence. You hear English every day. But when it's your turn to speak, your brain panics. You hesitate. You pause. You feel stuck. Why does this happen? Because your mouth is not used to speaking English sounds. And just like any skill, speaking needs muscle memory, not just mental understanding. You must train your mouth and brain together like a team. That's where the shadowing technique comes in. It is one of the most powerful methods in the world for speaking English fluently. And most learners still don't know how to do it correctly. Shadowing means you listen to a native speaker and you repeat exactly what they say immediately out loud. You copy their speed. You copy their pronunciation. You copy their rhythm, emotion, and energy, like a mirror. You become a parrot, not a textbook student. You don't translate. You don't write. You don't analyze. You simply copy the sound instantly with your own voice. That's why it's called shadowing. Just like a shadow follows your body, your voice follows the speaker's voice. Instantly. Because it trains your brain and your mouth at the same time. It builds automatic speech patterns. It trains your mouth muscles to move like native speakers. It helps you feel the language instead of thinking about rules. It improves your accent, pronunciation, confidence, and flow. In fact, many language experts say this is the fastest way to sound natural in any language. Let's look at the mistake 90% of learners make. They watch a video or listen to a podcast, and then they just move on. They don't repeat. They don't speak. They think understanding is enough. But it's not. If you only listen, you're only training your ears. But to speak fluently, you must also train your mouth. Every day. Shadowing solves that. It's listening plus speaking plus pronunciation training plus fluency building. All in one. Step 1. Choose a short clip, 30 to 60 seconds. Start small. Don't choose a long video or a 2-hour movie. Choose a short, powerful English clip that has clear pronunciation, natural emotion, slow or medium speed, motivational speeches, English podcasts, interviews, audiobooks, even my videos or voiceovers. Step 2. Listen 2 to 3 times without speaking. Just listen first. Let your ears understand the rhythm, the tone, the emotion. Don't rush to speak yet. Your brain needs a few moments to become familiar with the sound. Step 3. Shadow the speaker. Out loud. Now play the clip again. And this time, repeat every single word immediately after you hear it. Don't pause. Don't translate. Don't worry about perfection. Your goal is to become a shadow. Speak at the same time or just 1 second behind the speaker. You will make mistakes. That's okay. Fluency is built through repetition, not perfection. Step 4. Focus on rhythm and feeling, not grammar. When you shadow, you are not studying grammar. You are copying the music of English. English has a rhythm, a flow, a tone, a natural melody. Shadowing helps you absorb it. Like music, you begin to speak with confidence, clarity, and emotion, not like a robot reading a textbook. Step 5. Repeat the same clip every day for 5 days. Don't jump to new clips every day. Choose one clip and repeat it again and again for 5 days. Why? Because repetition creates neural pathways in your brain. Your mouth will remember it. Your brain will remember it. Soon, you'll be able to say the full clip without reading or thinking. That's fluency. Once you shadow a clip a few times, try recording your voice. Then compare it with the original. You'll see the difference in pronunciation, speed, confidence, emotion. Don't judge yourself. Just notice the gaps and improve slowly. This builds self-awareness, which is a secret key to becoming a great speaker. Parrots don't know grammar, but they sound fluent because they copy sounds with emotion and rhythm. When you copy like a parrot, you stop overthinking. You stop freezing. You stop hesitating. You start speaking automatically, naturally, confidently. And that is the goal of shadowing. If you want to speak English like it's part of you, you must stop being a silent listener and start being a loud shadow. Shadowing is not just a technique. It's a full body, full brain, full mouth workout. It connects your brain, ears, tongue, lips, breath, and emotions all together. The more you shadow, the faster you speak. The more you copy, the better you sound. And the more you repeat, the deeper your fluency grows. So from today, become a parrot, not a passive student. Shadow every day, and watch your fluency explode. Step 4. Use English for daily thinking. You can never speak a language fluently until you think in that language. And that's where most people get stuck. They can read in English. They can write slowly in English. They can even understand conversations. But when it comes to speaking English in real life, they feel blocked. They freeze. Their brain goes blank. Their tongue feels heavy. Their confidence disappears. Why? Because their thoughts are still in their first language, and they're trying to translate every word in real time while speaking. That's like trying to build the road while you're driving. It's slow, it's painful, and it breaks your confidence every time. But here's the solution. You must change the language of your thoughts. You must train your brain to live in English, not just speak it sometimes. Your mouth speaks what your brain thinks. So if your brain thinks in your native language, your mouth needs time to translate, arrange, correct, and then speak. But translation is slow. It creates gaps, mistakes, and fear. That's why your English feels broken, even if you know the words. Now imagine this instead. Your thoughts come in pure English. Simple, clear, natural. Your mouth just follows what your brain is already thinking. That's when fluency becomes easy. This is not magic. This is training, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. You don't need to think like a philosopher or poet in English. Just start with small, everyday thoughts. The ones you already think 1,000 times a day. Here are examples. Where is my phone? I need to drink water. What time is it? I have to leave now. It's cold outside. I'm hungry. That's beautiful. Let's do this. Now look at these sentences again. They're not advanced. They're real. They're simple. And they're already part of your life. These are the exact kinds of thoughts you need to start saying in English, in your mind, all day. You don't need extra time. You just need a shift in internal language. Here are the best moments to use English for thinking. What time is it? Let me check my phone. I should get up now. Today is going to be great. While getting ready, where's my toothbrush? I need to hurry. I don't like this shirt. I need more coffee. While walking, look at that car. That dog is cute. It's a little windy today. I like walking in the morning. While working, let me reply to this email. This is difficult. I need a break. Almost done. While eating, this is so good. I should eat slower. What should I cook tomorrow? Before sleeping, today was a long day. I'm proud of myself. Tomorrow I'll do even better. Let's build this into your daily routine with this 5-step thinking exercise. Step 1. Start with one category per day. Pick one topic to focus your thoughts on. For example, Day 1. Thoughts about your morning. Day 2. Thoughts about food. Day 3. Thoughts while walking. Day 4. Thoughts about your emotions. Day 5. Thoughts during work. You don't have to say full sentences. You can even start with single words. Tired, coffee, busy, nice view, sunshine. This removes pressure and starts the habit of using English mentally. Step 2. Use whispering or silent speech. If you're in public or around others, you can't talk to yourself loudly. But you can still whisper or move your lips silently. This still activates your mouth plus brain connection without anyone noticing. It's silent practice, and it's powerful. Step 3. Label everything you see. Your environment is your classroom. Wherever you are, start naming things in English, silently or out loud. Example: window, fan, shoes, laptop, mirror, water bottle. This builds instant vocabulary recall and removes the need for translation. Soon you'll start using these words naturally in conversation. Step 4. Describe what you're doing in real time. This is one of the most powerful thinking habits. Just describe your actions in English as you're doing them. Example: I'm opening the fridge. I'm pouring juice. I'm sitting down. I'm watching a video. I'm feeling tired. This creates a real-time feedback loop between your actions and English language. It makes English part of your life, not just a subject. Step 5. Add feelings, not just objects. English is not just a language of information. It's a language of emotion. Start thinking about how you feel in English. I'm nervous. I feel excited. I'm getting bored. I feel happy today. I'm a little stressed. I'm proud of my progress. When you start expressing yourself in English, you stop being a student and start becoming a fluent communicator. At the end of the day, take 2 minutes to mentally review your day in English. Example: I woke up early today. I finished my project. I went for a walk after lunch. I learned something new. I forgot to reply to one message. Tomorrow I'll try to sleep earlier. This habit strengthens memory, sentence structure, and fluency, all at once. You don't need to write it down. Just think it, say it, feel it in English. If you do this every day for just 2 to 3 weeks, your brain will stop depending on your native language. You'll start speaking faster, with less hesitation. You'll begin to form full sentences in real time. You'll no longer feel like English is a second language. It will become the default language of your inner world. And that's where fluency truly begins. Thinking in English is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. You don't need fancy vocabulary. You don't need to think deep thoughts. Just start with real thoughts, daily thoughts, simple, honest, normal thoughts. That's how you trained your first language. That's how you'll train your English brain. From now on, let English live inside your thoughts. Not just when you speak, but when you think, when you feel, when you live. That's how fluency becomes your reality, not just your goal. Step 5. Talk to yourself every day. You don't need a speaking partner to become fluent. You don't need to live in an English-speaking country. You don't need perfect grammar. What you need is practice speaking English with yourself every single day. Yes, you heard that right. One of the most powerful secrets of confident, fluent English speakers is this. They talk to themselves in English. All the time. Not because they're crazy. Not because they're lonely. But because they understand something most people don't. Your mouth needs practice, even when no one is listening. This is not a silly habit. This is science. And it's the secret weapon of language learners, actors, CEOs, athletes, and public speakers. Most learners wait for the perfect moment. I need someone to practice with. I'll join a speaking club someday. Maybe one day I'll visit an English-speaking country. Maybe someone will help me. But while they wait, their mouth stays silent. Their confidence goes down. Their progress slows. And they feel stuck. Now imagine this instead. Every day, even for 5 minutes, you speak out loud, in English, to yourself. You describe your thoughts. You tell your story. You express your emotions. You ask questions and answer them. You practice without fear, no judgment, no pressure, no fear of mistakes. That's how fluency grows. That's how transformation begins. Step 1. Start with morning conversations, 2 minutes. As soon as you wake up, speak to yourself in English. Yes, even before brushing your teeth. Stand in front of the mirror or sit on your bed and just say what's on your mind. Example. Good morning. Today is going to be a good day. I feel a little tired, but I'm excited. What should I do first? Let me stretch my body a little. This begins your day with English energy. You're training your mouth to wake up in English, not just your brain. It builds a beautiful connection between your thoughts, voice, and goals. Step 2. Narrate your routine. Out loud, as you go through your morning, speak your actions out loud, like a narrator. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm looking for my shirt. I'm cooking eggs. I'm pouring my coffee. I need to leave in 10 minutes. This connects your real life with real English. You're not learning from books. You're learning from your own life, in your own environment. That's the most natural, powerful learning you'll ever do. Step 3. Have conversations with yourself. This is where the magic happens. You become your own speaking partner. You ask questions, and then answer them. What's my plan today? First, I'll work on my project. Then maybe I'll go for a walk. How do I feel right now? I feel okay, a little tired but focused. What do I want to improve? I want to speak more clearly. I want to stop hesitating. This builds your ability to respond fast, speak clearly, and feel confident. It's like training for a real conversation, but without needing anyone else. Step 4. Use the mirror method. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself and speak to yourself like you're talking to a friend, a teacher, or the future version of yourself. Example: Hey, you're doing better than you think. I know learning English is hard, but look how far you've come. You've got this. You just need to keep going. Say it again. Say it better. You can do it. This method helps you improve your confidence, see your body language, train your mouth muscles, build your presentation skills, speak with emotion, not fear. Many actors and public speakers use this. Now you can too, every day. Step 5. End your day with English reflection. Before sleeping, talk to yourself again, in English. Reflect on your day. What happened? What did you learn? What will you do tomorrow? Example: Today was a little stressful, but I finished my work. I listened to a podcast during lunch. I'm proud that I practiced speaking today. Tomorrow, I want to try shadowing again. I feel good. I'm improving. This builds your memory, sentence structure, emotional expression, and fluency, all while calming your mind before sleep. What if I make mistakes? Good. Mistakes mean you're growing, you're trying, you're pushing yourself forward. No one is listening. There's no pressure, no judgment. When you talk to yourself, you can repeat as much as you want. You can explore your vocabulary. You can pause, fix, try again. You can experiment with tone and speed. This is your private training room. And in this room, you are free to grow. Some days, your mind may feel empty. That's normal. Here are simple prompts you can use. Today, I want to talk about, right now, I'm feeling, something I learned recently is, my favorite food is, if I could travel anywhere, I would go to, one thing I'm grateful for today is. You can even take screenshots of prompts and keep them near your bed or desk. Just one sentence a day becomes 10, and 10 becomes fluency. This is what you'll notice. You no longer freeze while speaking. You speak faster and clearer. You stop translating in your head. You feel more confident in front of others. Your pronunciation improves automatically. English starts to feel natural. Why? Because you've trained your mouth, not just your brain. Because you've practiced real speaking, not just silent reading. Because now, English lives in your voice. You are your own best teacher. You are your own best speaking partner. You don't need permission to practice. You don't need someone else to start. You just need 5 minutes of courage every day. That's it. Talk to yourself. Encourage yourself. Challenge yourself. Be your own motivation. And one day when someone says, "Wow, how did you become so fluent?" you'll smile and say, "I practiced with the one person who was always there for me. Myself." Step 6. Create an English personality. When you speak your first language, you have your own voice, your own personality, your own emotions, your own energy. But when you speak English, most learners become a different version of themselves. Less confident, more nervous, quieter, weaker, afraid of mistakes, afraid of being judged. Why? Because they are trying to speak English with the same mindset as a beginner. They know the words. They know the grammar. They know the techniques. But deep inside, they still don't feel like themselves in English. And until you feel like yourself when speaking English, you will never feel truly fluent. An English personality is not fake. It's not acting. It's not becoming someone else. It's becoming the most confident, expressive, powerful version of yourself. In English, it's the version of you who speaks clearly without fear, makes jokes, expresses opinions, shares stories, ideas, emotions, doesn't hesitate or apologize for every sentence, feels comfortable in their voice, feels free in their mouth, feels proud of their English. It's not about sounding perfect. It's about feeling real, alive, and free. That's fluency. Because fluency is not just about vocabulary or grammar. Fluency is about identity. If deep inside you still feel like, I'm not good enough, I sound stupid, my accent is bad, people will laugh at me, I'll never be fluent, then your English will always stay small. But the moment you start saying, this is my voice, I express myself in English now, I make mistakes, so what? I sound different, but I sound real. I'm growing every day. That's when everything changes. You don't just speak English. You become someone in English, and that person is unstoppable. Step 1. Choose your English name. Optional but powerful. It separates the old version of you, nervous, silent, afraid, from the new version of you, fluent, expressive, clear. When you wake up, ask yourself, how would fluent me speak today? How would confident me express this idea? How would English me handle this situation? This shifts your mindset from, I'm trying to speak English. This is who I am now. Step 2. Speak with your face and body. Your English personality is not just about words. It's also about body language. Smile when you speak. Move your hands naturally. Use eye contact. Stand or sit with confidence. Don't shrink. Don't hide. Don't whisper. When your body is confident, your brain follows. And when your brain feels safe, your mouth flows easily. Step 3. Use emotion, not just information. English is an emotional language. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Instead of saying, I am fine, say, I'm great. Thanks for asking. I like music. Say, I absolutely love music. It gives me life. Practice expressing. Excitement, frustration, gratitude, surprise, humor, joy. You don't need perfect grammar. You need real energy. That's what people connect to. Step 4. Imagine real situations and respond as your English self. Visualization is powerful. Close your eyes and imagine. You're at a cafe in New York. Someone asks, what do you do? What would your English self say? You're on stage giving a presentation in English. What's your body posture? How do you sound? You're at the airport and someone says, your English is amazing. What would you reply with confidence? Practice these scenes in your mind, and then speak them out loud. Soon your brain starts believing, this is real. Step 5. Keep a fluency journal as your English self. Write one paragraph every night, not as a student, not as a learner. Write as your fluent self. Example, today I felt powerful while speaking. I'm not perfect, but I'm improving. I noticed I said 5 full sentences without stopping, and that felt amazing. I'm proud of myself. This creates emotional progress, not just technical progress. It trains your mind to identify as a speaker, not a struggler. Step 7. Use an English-to-English dictionary. When you see a new word like grateful, most people ask, what does this mean in my language? But here's the problem. The translation is often wrong. The meaning is shallow. You forget it after one day. You don't learn how to use the word in real sentences. You stay stuck in translation mode forever. Now imagine this. You search grateful in an English to English dictionary, and you see this: grateful, adjective, feeling thankful or showing appreciation for something that someone has done for you. Now your brain doesn't just translate, it understands. It sees a real definition using other simple English words. You stay in English, you think in English, you build mental connections in English, and that's how you grow. Here's the science. When you look up an English word in your native language, your brain creates a bridge between two language systems. And every time you need that word, your brain has to cross the bridge. That makes you slow, nervous, hesitant. But when you look up an English word using only English, you are building direct brain pathways, no bridge. You're saying, this word lives in my English brain, not in translation. That makes you fast, confident, natural. Step 1. Use beginner-friendly dictionaries first. Search on Google for Oxford Learner's Dictionary, Cambridge Dictionary for Learners, Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English. These dictionaries give simple definitions, examples in sentences, common usage, word forms, and collocations. It's like having a friendly English teacher explain the word to you. Step 2. Read the definition. Slowly. Let's say you look up the word confident. You see this: confident, adjective, feeling sure about yourself and your abilities. Now read it again. Repeat it out loud. Try to understand every word in the definition. If one of those words is new, look up that word too. In English, you're building a chain of understanding all inside English, and that chain becomes stronger every time. Step 3. Read the example sentences. Most good dictionaries give real-life examples. For confident, you might see, she's very confident when speaking in public. He walked into the room looking calm and confident. Now it's no longer a word. It's a picture in your mind. It's a sentence, a scene, a memory. That's how words become part of you. Step 4. Use the word in your own sentence immediately. Learning a new word is like meeting a new friend. If you don't talk to them, you'll forget them. So, after reading the meaning and the examples, use the word in your own sentence. For example, I feel confident when I speak slowly. This video is helping me become more confident in English. Say it out loud. Write it in your journal. Think about it during the day. This is how you create personal connection to new words. Step 5. Review the word later. From memory. The next day, try to remember. What did confident mean? Can I explain it again using English? Can I use it in a new sentence today? This builds active recall, which is the most powerful form of memory. You're not just memorizing words, you're mastering English thinking. Most people think they need better lessons, better apps, or better grammar rules. But what they really need is to stop learning English through their first language and start learning English through English itself. When you use an English-to-English dictionary, you are not just understanding words. You are building an English brain, and that brain will stay with you for life. So from now on, when you see a new word, ask yourself, can I understand this in English? Can I explain this in English? Can I live in this word with my own English? Because the day you stop needing translation is the day you become truly fluent. From today, you are no longer just a learner. You are a communicator, a thinker, a speaker, a storyteller, a dreamer in English. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. So wake up tomorrow and ask yourself, what would the fluent version of me do today? Then do it. Then speak it. Then live it. And one day, very soon, you will realize, I don't just know English. I am English me now. That's fluency. That's confidence. That's the real transformation.